therapist is like treasure, okay? A good therapist who understands our children, and they are hard to find. We had this problem for so long that what I started doing is asking parents when they found one of these treasures to let me know so we could put it on our website. So on our website, which is www.attachment.org, we have a list of parent-recommended therapists where parents fill out a questionnaire. And if you found one of these treasures, please let us know so that other parents can find them as well. The only way they can get on there is to have been successful with a child, and then the parent fills out the form, and we send a letter to the therapist to make sure that they're trained and licensed and all that, and then we list them on the site. How do we know if they're good? The other part of the question, that's a tough one. I expect results. When I take a child in, first of all, I make a list of the child's behaviors. If the child tells lies, then I make sure I have that on the list twice, so it's real clear. Because you know if a child lies and the therapist takes them behind closed doors, you know what they're going to be doing in there, practicing their lying, okay? So I make a list. I sit down with the therapist, say these are our concerns, you know, the lying and the stealing and whatever. And if the therapist then starts to take the child in another room and close the door, I know the therapist wasn't listening to me, and the therapist doesn't know anything about these children with attachment disorder, because they love to tell stories, make up stuff, twist, distort, manipulate, and con adults. And every time they do that, it makes them sicker. So if the therapist takes them behind closed doors, brings them back, instead of seeing more compliance and a happier child who's been lightened of some of the burden that they carry from their wounded heart, I see a child who's sassier, less compliant, has more of an attitude because they've been entrusted to the care of an adult who didn't keep them feeling safe. When they're in charge of the adult, in control of an adult, they don't feel safe. They come home and they take it out on mom. So that's how I can tell if we've got a good therapist. After the first or second session, I start seeing results. I start seeing more compliance at home. The child feels better, more open, and I expect it within a couple of sessions. Not a couple of years, a couple of sessions.